Hello, hello, hello. This video is for women leaders who work within male-dominated industries. My name is Jacqueline Twilley. I'm president at ZeroGap.co, and at ZeroGap, we work with leaders in male-dominated industries to help them lead the most effective ways. Today's video is a day of awareness, call to action for Latina Equal Pay Day. So November 20th, 2019 signifies Latina Equal Pay Day for this reason, is that on average, Latina women earn 54 cents on a dollar compared to their non-Hispanic white male counterparts. What that signifies is that to earn what their counterpart, the white male, would have earned in all of 2018, they have to work until November 20th, 2019 to earn the same amount. Yeah. That is mind-blowing. So many of you know that earning lower wages, it impacts your lives significantly. So for women, less money means they have less money to care for their families, and women are often the caretakers of their families, not only children, but also elders. So this has a significant impact on community members. Now, it's been over 50 years since the Equal Pay Act was passed in 1964 by then President John F. Kennedy. So we are still working to get all women paid equally. And so I want to focus on solutions today on Latina Equal Pay Day, a couple of things that we can do to move the needle, but also to have this conversation on a continuous basis. Many of you know that there are several equal pay days throughout each year, and those days are not celebration days. They're all days of awareness. So we want to continue these conversations to make them louder and stronger, but also so that we can really drive in solutions. And let me clarify this. The gender wage gap is not caused by just one thing. The gender wage gap is a compound problem. There are so many nuanced areas that contribute to it, which means there isn't just one solution. There are many solutions. So the solutions that I share with you today, they're not a one-size-fits-all. These solutions aren't going to solve the problem in totality, but it will help us make a dent in closing that gap. Now, for those of you who don't know, I founded ZeroGap out of a need to solve two problems: the leadership gap as well as the gender wage gap. My life's mission is to eliminate the gender wage gap, and I do that in two ways. I teach women how to negotiate so that they don't leave money on the table, and I work with companies to help them enhance the skill set of their women leaders and help them to support their women leaders, because we know that there are less than 7% of CEOs running Fortune 500 companies in 2019. And the way that's going to change is for us to begin to be even more impactful in how we support women leaders. And on the other side, making sure that the thing that we can control when we do have an offer, that we are confidently expressing the value that we add and asking confidently for what we want. So as individuals, we can take an active role in advocating for ourselves. Now, for leaders, this is one of the three solutions I'm sharing with you today. Again, this is not a comprehensive list of solutions because there are so many. Number one is make your career aspirations known to your supervisors by clearly articulating if you are interested in roles that expand your skill set and pay you more. So as an activity, for you, follow-up action for today, think about what you want to say and present that in a concise manner. If you have an aspiration to be promoted, for example, to a supervisor, share with your current supervisor what your aspirations are, but I want you to think through every part of that. So just create an outline on a piece of paper, talk through it out loud, listen to yourself on a recorded device so that you can iron out any kinks in your delivery. You want to keep your conversation main points of you expressing what you want. You want to keep that to at least 3 points, okay? So keep it concise. Any follow-up information you can delve into later. Number two, be aware of the market rate. So before you head into a conversation about compensation, Prepare with facts. Use a few of the online salary tools to understand how much you should be earning based on your experience level, education, and very importantly, your geographic area. Now, the market rate is so important because what a person earns as, for example, a graphic designer in Dallas, Texas is going to be totally different, even if it's in the same company for someone in Tampa, Florida, and New York City. The market rates are different. So be prepared to do your research. A few of the online salary tools that I like to reference: Glassdoor.com, Salary.com, Payscale.com, and there are many more. The key here is to use at least 3 so that you're presenting your request in a confident manner based on facts. Keeping in mind that market rate. So if you're going to ask for more money, you need to understand what that base level is. Don't justify or base what you're requesting off of your monthly expenses. Number 3, ask confidently. So when you present your request to your supervisor or tell your job recruiter your salary expectations, say it with confidence. Be prepared to speak to the value you'll be adding to the team, the organization, and the company, and follow that up with facts, such as the market rate. So when you go into the conversation, be able to discuss what you do well and how that plays into the company objectives, which means you're going to have to do a little bit of preparation so that you can clearly speak to how your skill set is a value add to the team, to the organization, to the department. All right, so let's wrap up. I want to go over the 3 things that we can do to move the needle as individuals advocating for ourselves so that we can move up in leadership and also earn more money so that we're closing the gender wage gap. Make your career aspirations known, be aware of the market rate, and ask confidently. When it comes to equal pay, the more we know, the better informed decisions we can make. And that is across the board for anyone in any position. The more you know, the better informed decisions you can make when it comes to accepting a job, when it comes to applying to jobs, etc. And so that will help you decide what to accept in relation to the value that you add. Now, I have a ton of negotiation trainings available, including my latest book, Don't Leave Money on the Table: Negotiation Strategies for Women Leaders in Male-Dominated Industries. I want you to check out the Jacqueline Twilley YouTube page as well as the podcast, which some of you are listening to this on the Power Banking podcast, for additional tools and resources so that you can level up and not leave any money on the table. And let's keep this conversation going. Find ways to share articles and videos, podcast episodes with those that you work with so that we can make a dent in eliminating the wage gap completely. And on that day, I will celebrate. Until next time, continue to emulate excellence and eliminate excuses.